So hello guys, welcome to the new video. So yesterday we have discussed about the array.reduce. Now let's take one more example. Let's take example of array of characters. Now what is spread operator? How I am going to use the spread operator? So if you see here the spread operator, so all what I am going to do here is triple dot arr comma I am appending one more character to this array. So if you print this, you see the E is appended to the existing array. What if I remove this triple dot? Now if I am going to print this, you are going to get that exact array followed by this extra character, that is E. So if I want to flatten that array, if I want to add further extra element to the array, so I am going to use the spread operator. So to use the spread operator, you need to use triple dot. Now let's do the combination of reduce and spread operator. Okay, now let's see the output. Now if you see the output, the current accumulator, it starts with accumulator A. So yesterday we have seen the accumulator, it will always start with the first character. So it starts with accumulator A, then the current will be B. Now when I do this accumulator spread operator, when I use it, it is going to append the current to the accumulator. So I'm going to get A and B. In the next iteration we get C, then C gets appended. So it becomes ABC, then followed by D. So what if I do this triple dot here, what will be the output? It will be the exact same output, because the current element is exactly the one character that comes. It will be B, C, D. So it is not going to make any difference. So if you see the output now, you are going to get exactly the same output. But what if I miss this spread operator here? So you are going to get, if you see here, so first we get accumulator AB, then B gets appended to the accumulator A. Now A and B is the current accumulator, then C gets appended. So it is not flattened because accumulator is not used with spread operator. So similarly the complete accumulator gets appended. This is the complete accumulator. If you see here, this complete thing gets appended with D. So if you miss the spread operator here, so it is not going to get flattened, but you are going to get this output. Now let's see if I want to pass a initial value to it. So if I pass the initial value as a blank array here, now what do you think the accumulator at the start it will be? It will not start with A, but rather it will start with a blank array, and the current value will start with A. So if I now show you, if I now print this output, if you see here, the accumulator starts with a blank array, but the current starts with A. Then current and accumulator gets appended, then I get A, B, then C comes. So all the difference that it happens is like when I pass a initial value, so that becomes accumulator, and the current will start from the very first element, that is A. Okay, now let's move to a question. Here if you see, I have a array, and in that array, so each of the element has a father and sons. So all I need to have an output of all the sons. So output should be Rohan, Roshan, Anurag, Abhishek, Ritesh, Ritika, Lisa, Bablu. How I need to print it? Using the same spread operator and the reduce. So let's start the same. So I need to loop on the family. Okay, so the output comes as all the sons of this family. So what I have done, if you can see here, I am looping on all the families. Now I am passing a blank array. So if I pass the blank array, so what does it mean? Like it means the accumulator is assigned with a blank array at the start, and current will be nothing but the first element. So I'm looping on the first element, that is the current. If you see here, accumulator is blank and current is the father Narsimha and their sons. Now when I combine these two elements, if you notice, accumulator is appended with the current dot sons. Okay, so I'm spreading the current dot sons, I'm adding to the accumulator, so the output will be Rohan and Roshan in the next iteration. So accumulator becomes Rohan and Roshan. In the next iteration, the next element that comes is of this particular element. If you see here, again it loops, and I am doing spread operator on current dot sons, and that gets appended. So this Anurag and Abhishek will be appended to this Rohan and Roshan, so it gets appended. So similarly, the Ritesh and Ritika gets appended to this accumulator. So the final output that comes here is the list of all sons. Now if you notice here, if I miss this, is it going to work? It is not going to work, because if you see here, the error you will get here is, if I don't assign anything, the accumulator takes the first element. So accumulator is nothing but this is the accumulator, and current will be the next element. Now it says accumulator is not iterable, because accumulator is just this item. On what item I am iterating? I am not able to iterate. So that's the reason. If you miss that initial array here, initial blank array, then you are going to get the error, because I am not able to iterate on the accumulator. So this is going to fail. So this is must. Now what if I miss this triple dot? So in that case, it will not be a spread operator, and accumulator at the start it is blank, and this is the current value. This current dot sons, this will be spread, but this will be appended to this empty array. If you see, this empty array plus Rohan and Roshan. Now next time when it comes, right, this Anurag and Abhishek, that will get appended to the complete accumulator. So if you see here, this complete thing is appended by Anurag and Abhishek. So you cannot miss the spread operator here. What if I miss this current dot sons? So accumulator at the start is empty array. Current, if you see, then first element. Now when I add sons, it is not, I have not used the spread operator here. So accumulator gets appended with this complete array. Okay, so that's the reason you are getting this accumulator. Okay, so next time when you iterate, this Anurag and Abhishek gets appended to this accumulator. So that's the reason you get Anurag and Abhishek is appended to this. Now similarly, again Ritesh and Ritika gets appended to this accumulator. So you get arrays here of individual items, the sons of all individual items. So this is not what we wanted, so that's the reason here a spread operator is required. So hope it is clear, guys. So thank you guys, hope you have learned something new. We will connect back in the next video with new concept.